if you're new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching my One Piece Chill channel, welcome back. Today we are going to read the newest chapter of One Piece, number 1048. So let's see what it has. Let's go. Let's see, it is called 20 years. Or, okay, that's about one. Of course, one I was waiting for 20 years. I expect something huge from this name. Okay, and the cover page. Jorma 66 Cold Blooded Voyage. Is Jorma trying to infiltrate Chocolate Town again? Okay, and we see some of the characters that we already know. I think that's Brûlé. I'm starting to forget the names, honestly, from Whole Cake Arc. Yeah, that's Brûlé. I think she played a major role there. Of course, and this is I remember him as Cracker. Let's see his name. Yeah, I remembered it right. Charlotte Cracker. Okay, that's fine. My memory still works. Okay, so they are talking about Jorma, and Brûlé is kind of plunging her arm in the mirror. Well, that's all that happens so far, so let's get into the chapter itself. Momo's answer. Move Onigashima out the way. Luffy, wait, that can't be done. Okay, we are going right to that moment with Luffy's huge fist, and we see kind of a side view of everything, so we can kind of compare the sizes, and his fist is much bigger than even Kaido himself. This is insane. It's like, okay, it's not the size of Onigashima, but it's almost the size of the skull of Onigashima, you know. It is not. I know you will find a way to revive the Kazuki clan in the future. And he remembers his mom, his dad, his sister, and I guess this gives him some determination. And he bangs his head in the... So he's trying to move Onigashima out of the way. Okay, that's actually a nice moment. So he's banging his head on Onigashima, on this like raw stone, because he feels such a surge of determination. He really wants to fulfill kind of the promise, so to say, to his parents, to his family, to his country. That's actually very sweet. But we are going back to Luffy and Kaido here. Very well, I'll take this one head on, Kaido says. Have you heard? Straw Hat, the scoundrel's hero, burned to death 20 years ago. Okay, so I guess that's what the name of the chapter is going to reference. But he also said, I'm going to take this head on. So he's like, let me gauge your strengths. What will this huge attack do to me? Will it be enough to strike me down? It is in character. It is in... Wait, what? That's a huge double... Man, this looks so pretty. Even in black and white, you can feel the fires burning. Oh my gosh, this is... I see, it's like a reference. So he is saying that Oden burned to death 20 years ago, and then he uses Flaming Drum Dragon. This has been a lawless land since then. They waited all this time for you, saviors, to show up. And there's a translation note that kanji means Great Blazing Dragon Torch. Phonetically it sounds like Kain Daiko, the Flaming Drum, a classic Rakugo tale. Great Blazing Dragon Torch. So I think he's kind of making it as a reference that Oden has burned to death, and now he's using this flaming dragon. It's like his whole body becomes flames, and judging by the effects, we can also assume that he imbued his head with haki. So when he is taking Luffy's fist head on, he is not just taking it, he is prepared, he is using armament haki for it. He actually is all fire. He became all fire, and he's like hot to touch. Hot. Don't worry, it's okay to let go. I assure you, I won't run. So Luffy was holding him, but since Kaido is now all fire, he by reflex he took his hand away, and again you can see this tiny panel where he's kind of finally making this on his hand, trying to cool it down. And Kaida is like again saying, I'm going to take this blow, because he assures Luffy, don't worry, I'm not going to run, like I'm going to take this blow, you don't have to hold on me, this is fine. After all, your right hand won't come crashing down, because I'm going to vaporize it. Okay, so oh, wait, there's two things I want to say. First of all, notice the detail that his tail touched the horn of the skull on Onigashima, and that horn just started burning and crumbling. And basically, he is saying that he is so hot, that he is all fire. Is this also kind of like an awakening, or what? Also, that's an interesting question. Yeah, so from the heat, Luffy's hand is going to vaporize. Alright, let's move on. Like I let that happen, Luffy says. Gomu Gomu no! Meanwhile, Kaido is using Raising Dragon. There are some memories. How Hell was teaching Luffy what you call haki is known as Ryo here in one. Yeah, that was very insightful. Gramps taught me how to attack without making contact. I'm gonna knock you to the bottom of hell. So he's basically saying it doesn't matter that you are very hot, because I'm not even going to touch you. I'm going to use this special technique that Hell taught me. So I'm going to attack you without even touching you with advanced haki. Oh, that's really good fun. Vajrangan and Blazing Bagua meet. Oh my gosh, the panel itself is so cool. The effect of the impact is so well shown. Like, you can see how strong these attacks are, man. And the contrast of black and white creates such a cool effect. Like, you can feel the hotness of it. And again, translation reference to Bajrang Bali, I'm so sorry. Hanuman, the Hindu monkey god. Ah, I see. Hanuman, yes, I know him. Potentially the inspiration for Sun Wukong kanji means monkey king. Okay, that's really nice. That's really fitting. Monkey king, Hanuman. That really fits Luffy. Okay, now we see kind of two panels, mostly I think of heat affecting Luffy, but it doesn't seem like it's affecting him too much. He's just like kind of covering from it. And this panel I think is quite unclear, because we can see I think Luffy's fist almost connecting with Kaido's open mouth. But let's see the next page. And the next page we are just going to a different place. Oh no, Kiku, I didn't mean to drop you. Okay, Usopp dropped them accidentally because of water, I assume. Please be alive. Don't go dying on me now. And then we are going to a different scene. So Straw Hat, we are counting on you. Take Kaido down. Finish him for good. We even see one samurai, I think, praying. Kawamatsu. Pent, this nightmare won't end unless Kaido is driven from this land. And he remembers that day. Oden-sama, his retainers are getting away. Don't let a single one escape the day of Oden's execution. Run! Oden-sama! Don't look back! Oden-sama! That's probably Kiku's face here. So that's basically the scene that we already saw on Oden's execution, when they ran away and he was still alive in that oil, and he was shot, and kind of they're hearing that bang, and we see their reactions to it, how they're crying but not looking back. And here Orochi is saying there's only one place those samurai would go, Kuri. They intend to safeguard Oden's heir, Momonosuke. Yeah, that's true. And Kaido answers, so he has a son. I will deal with him myself. And we saw how that went. Please have mercy. Stop hunting the Kazuki clan. So just regular people are trying to stop Kaido? That's really brave. Oh my gosh. He just knocks them all out of the way with his club. And there's a lot of blood even. And Orochi is fine with that. Don't hesitate to shoot any vermin that dares defy their shogun. And they're now being shot also. Okay, this just shows, right, their attitude towards regular people of Wano, but we already knew that. What of Oden's wife? She was confirmed dead in Bakura town after giving the prophecy. Wait, this doesn't add up. Wait a second. No one else was seen fleeing the ruins of Oden. We already... Okay. No one else was seen fleeing the ruins of Oden Castle. The Kazuki line is officially dead. So it's kind of a little bit later, I think. Now the time has come for you, Daimyo, to choose. Will you help us usher in a new Wano, or will you try to wage war? Orochi is asking. Stupid question. And we see Daimyo from Udon, Ringa, Hakumai, and Kibi, and we see like the sword being pulled out of its sheath and sparkling in the sun. A stupid question with an obvious answer. We refuse to recognize a shogun that is not a Kazuki. It is our duty to avenge Oden. That's very sweet. That's so sad, but so sweet. And they are all, of course, running to attack. At least, wait, I do recognize this one. But wait, what about the one from Ringa? Isn't that kind of what we assume to be Zora's ancestor? What's his name? Ushimaru. Let's check. Yeah, I think it is. Isn't it Shimatsuki Ushimaru, Daimyo of Ringa? Yes, and also we see here Tonoyasu, who was a Daimyo of Hakumai, but the other two, I don't think we saw them before. Honestly, if I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments. Tonoyasu, Shimatsuki Yasui, yes. So I recognize these ones, Hakumai and Ringa. So after that, actually, so if I'm right, and this is Ushimaru, who was a daimyo of Ringa, we then saw him in Yamata's flashback, right? We did. We refuse to recognize. Okay, I already read this panel. Let's see the next page. So, of course, Kaido attacks them with his blast breath, I think. And fire spreads everywhere. We see some scenes of the carnage. Orochi is just having fun. He is having the time of his life. Muhaha, weaklings. It would be an insult to call any of you samurai. Oh my gosh. You know, Orochi, like, that's exactly, like, they are samurai because they are fighting and they are keeping their honor. They are real samurai. That's what makes them really honorable warriors. Damn it, if only that fool didn't have Kaido backing him. Quiet, Orochi has ears everywhere. Kaido's forces will find us. Okay, so let's see. I don't think there are any other details, so just Kaido burning everything down, a samurai dying, and next we see the factories. Track down every able-bodied young man you can and bring them here. This entire country will become our weapons factory. Yeah, we already see poor people walking here in kind of prison uniforms. Wait, please don't take him. Daddy! Who do you think you're mouthing off to? Yeah, they are taken dead. So the adult man. Why has the river gone dark? there's no more drinking water. So basically they are reminding us of, Oda is reminding us of everything that has happened to Wano, to kind of make the finale more emotional. So we kind of, after this long arc, we still remember how bad it was for people. So yeah, the factories, families torn apart, no drinking water, also because of the factories. The crops won't grow and there's nothing left to eat. We see nudes where the people were, I forgot the word, hung, where they were hanging people. We see the skull in the front, and so just a perfect depiction of what happened to Wano. Like, there's nothing to eat, nothing to drink, people are being murdered, and we see this poor woman with a kid, I think. Wait a second. A woman with her baby who's kind of in this literal desert, and her baby is crying, there's nothing to eat, and she's just doesn't know what to do. There's also a huge sound effect. Maybe that's also, I don't know Japanese, so I don't know what's written here, and there's no translation. Maybe that's like don, or maybe that's the baby crying. I'm not sure, honestly. So again, if you know what this sound effect here means, then please share in the comments. If you can still breathe, you can still walk. Yeah, I think we heard these words already. Keep your hands moving, you scum. Don't count on any miracles coming to save you. The borders are staying closed. Okay, that's so sad. Oh, I feel that. I feel that, honestly. The closed borders are actually something very scary. We have to be patient. It will be a long winter, but we have to believe in Toki-sama's words. Also, yeah, kind of her prophecy gave this feeling to people, the hope that they have something to wait for, that there's something that could save them. I think that is very important, actually. Like, psychologically, look at these gluttonous fools, Kai, that they actually ate the leftovers of the defective smile fruits. Ha ha ha! Gluttonous. Oh my gosh, they were dying from hunger. Orochi is so disgusting. I think everyone hates him. Like, he's funny as a character, but as a person, he's just horrible. That's it, let's have the rest of Abyssa Town follow suit. Their bellies will stay empty and their loved ones will continue to kill over, but they won't be able to do anything except grin brightly. They will never stop laughing, and we see a poor kid here laughing and crying at the same time. Yeah, as I said, they're just reminding us of everything, of all the scenes of Orochi and Kaida. It's like, yeah, paving the path to showing us their defeat, so it feels sweeter in the moment because we remember all their bad deeds. It's the perfect fate for this country's pests. Okay, this makes me think that maybe the best punishment for Orochi is actually not death, but something like this. I don't know, just these words made me think that maybe he should be fed this defective fruit and kind of experience living in poverty, so he knows how this is, and not just dying. But okay, let's see what happens, because we are going back to Hiyori and Orochi, and I think that's interesting because the effect on Orochi's body is actually similar to the effect on Kaida's body. It's just, it looks exactly like Kaida's. Like, when Kaida uses his ability, it's fine for him because he just creates this fire inside of him, like it's from himself. But Orochi, he has this effect on him right now because he is burning in literal fire, and that's not good for him. Komurasaki, I'm taking you with me. You shouldn't have underestimated the rest of the Kurazumi clan. Honestly, it does look scary. And she's like, oh, wait, there is this. Okay, let's see. I'll be seeing you in hell. We can drink together down there. Ha ha ha. Oh, I was hoping she would draw. Honestly, I would love for her to draw a sword and do something to the sword. That would be so nice. But no, she's just kind of taking her fate, I guess, or hoping for something to happen. She doesn't do anything, but she has this kind of brave face. She doesn't look scared. But at the same time, Orochi looks kind of to the side when there's a panel of a sword drawing shown. So someone else is drawing a sword. Seems things are getting out of hand here, someone is saying. Let's see who it is. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. It's Denjiro, Kiyoshiro Denjiro. Oh my god, this is actually... Wait. Why didn't I think of this? That Denjiro would be the perfect person to do this, because it's such a cool parallel to that moment on the banquet. It's... Man, it looks beautiful. He was always there, protecting her all these years, like being with her, and the three of them had that moment on the banquet where he kind of killed Kamurasaki, and now the three of them are here, and he kind of revealed his identity now that he is actually not Kiyoshiro, but Denjiro, and he is loyal to Oden, and now he is slicing off Orochi's head. Instead of kind of killing Kamurasaki, he actually kills Orochi here. He also protects Hiyori kind of with his body, covers her, also, man, and kind of hugs her. Man, this is okay. There were a lot of such cool panels in this chapter, but honestly, this panel, this moment is my favorite. This is the best, just because I think it's more beautiful, because it takes me back to that banquet, and I think all the chapter is kind of about finishing that circle of story, right? So we're reminded of our intentions, of the what we learned here in one, and so now this redemption is... Wait, redemption is probably not the right word. This punishment maybe would be the better word. This punishment is coming to these horrible people, and now that we have this punishment to an Orochi, it is just a beautiful close to the circle, because it takes us back to the beginning of one, when we saw that scene at the banquet. Okay, I think that's just... I'm sorry, this is just gorgeous. And we see how, again, the people of Flower Capital, they're sending their wishes to the skies, and we see one of the wishes: please make Orochi disappear. Oh my gosh, and it was granted. It was granted. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. And we see Denjiro's stoic face, and Orochi's dying face, and Hiyori's, I think, sad but relieved face, and happy faces of people of Flower Capital. We have some more. Free us from this hell and give... Oh my gosh, sorry. Give me a sip of clear water. I'm sorry. I think this is just like Wano became a bit more personal for me since what is happening in Russia. So when I see all these moments, kind of takes me back to all of this, and I think this is just fantastic how Oda shows us these things and we are reading them, but there are actually some things happening like this in real world still to people everywhere. So I think that's just so good how he shows this in such a beautiful way. I really love this page. Honestly, this page is my favorite. We see all their hopes and dreams and what they suffered throughout this chapter, and we finally see Orochi's head, because honestly I think Orochi is the main villain here, like kinda is a villain, but he didn't care about anything. It was Orochi who actually wanted people to suffer. He wanted them to kinda laugh even though they are sad. He actually is he wanted to okay. I'm just losing words. But for Kaida, these things kind of didn't matter, and we saw some more honorable moments from him. So Kaida is more, I think, interesting as a. I mean, Orochi is an interesting character, but he just has no redeeming qualities, just zero, and he is so hateable that it is just satisfying. I think that is the end. That is the moment. That is the last death of Orochi. That's it. He's done completely. And right from that, we are going back to Luffy Kaida to kind of the maybe final attack also. The present hears the cries of the past. Yes, Luffy and Kaida battling it out. And wait, Anigashima is still right under them, but we see, I think, a tiny Momo trying to move it. So yeah, that's what the whole chapter is about. The present hears the cries of the past. I'm sorry, this is just this makes me more emotional than before, but I think this is just beautiful, and I'm so happy for the people of One that they are going to overthrow their tyrants finally after, holy crap, 20 years. Okay. Yeah, I really love this one. I think this is one of the best chapters. Honestly, everything about it is just beautiful. Yeah, you can say kinda it reminds us a lot of what we already knew, but I think that's actually in a good place here because, yeah, as I said, kinda making the moment of our victory sweeter because we remember all this suffering people had to go through. And yeah, I think this is just beautiful. I love it. So please share your thoughts and favorite moment as usual in the comments down below. That would be it for today. Thank you for watching and see ya.